I've actually been to the past 6 consecutive grassroots conferences.
The first year that I started to work, I went to the first one. I've gone to every one since.
The first year, I believe, was 2001, when I was president-elect of AIA Chesapeake Bay, and then subsequently attended the following year as president. And recently, I guess it was about 2 or 3 years ago, when I served as president-elect and president of AIA Maryland.
Well, as an executive director, I want my local chapter leaders to be good leaders, and I think that they can pick up those skills by going to Grassroots, and I know they feel it's very important we fund it every year.
Certainly, it is an opportunity to meet many people, to learn from those opportunities, to have the chance to discuss issues, broaden your horizons. I think it's definitely time well spent.
From Grassroots, there were several courses that really focused on how to organize groups, how to assemble the appropriate talent, essentially how to work with people.
When I was on the local board of AIA Tampa Bay, one of the sessions that I'd gone to the previous year was about how to effectively get more volunteers to be active in your committees. Some of the things that I learned at that event we brought back, and we sort of refocused on how we were approaching members, and I think we doubled the number of volunteers we had for a particular committee based in part to that, the previous session and some of the tips they taught us.
A lot of executive directors are the only people in the office. There is no one to talk to, no one to bounce ideas off of, no one to learn from. And this is their opportunity to come and really get so much information from their colleagues. It will change the way they work. It will change the way that they do things. They'll learn things that could have taken them months on their own, and in just a few days, they'll pick up so many tips. It will be well worth their visit.
The collateral experiences of the networking and meeting the people from across the country is a great experience. I've developed some lifelong friends who, for all across the country through my involvement in AIA.
Whether it's meeting new people at Grassroots and discussing topics that you wouldn't necessarily be able to discuss from a different perspective and being able to apply some of those things to current situations, it's just such a great opportunity to communicate with other professionals from across the country.
I'm actually submitting presently for an award, and I sought out an individual who is a past president that I met at one of the Grassroots conferences a couple of years ago, and we've developed a great friendship, as well as, and again, it's that mentorship relationship, and that we've had this ongoing dialogue through the years, and he's helped me sort of grow my career professionally. And so, when the time comes that I'm going to be submitting for that, he is already offered up to be, write a letter of recommendation on my behalf. And I think I never would have had that opportunity had I not come to Grassroots and had the occasion to meet him.
By getting involved and getting there and listening to the issues and seeing what's going on, you begin to get a much better understanding of the big picture and of everything that's happening.
It's a great opportunity that you don't always get, to be in a room with probably the top tier level of leaders within the profession.
If you are a component officer and you're going to be leading the group, that you need to go and hear the message, you need to hear what's going on, you need to get the inspiration, but you also need to get the facts and the so that you can utilize that in your term as leader of the group.
To really have access to so many different programs, so many different speakers, and really, a one-on-one contact with, anyone in the room, whether it's the current sitting president of the AIA or someone else.
My first day back from Grassroots and from the experiences that I've had there would allow me to kind of focus on those things learned at Grassroots to propel myself to go forward throughout the rest of the year.
After I answer all the emails that have piled up while I was gone, I really do begin to think about ideas that I can borrow from other chapters.
But the reality is you're very sort of enthused. You have a lot of energy, because you've learned so many things. There's so many things that you want to share with colleagues, and you want to try and get that out while it's still fresh in your head. So there's just a lot of passion, on the Monday afterwards.
The value of the experience is extremely important. That funding the attendance to receive that experience would be beneficial to them.
Our president found it so valuable, and kind of wished he had had this for more years before he became president, that he now has our president-elect and our treasurer, who will be president-elect the next year, attend as well.
And they would gain leadership skills, organizational skills, understand a little bit more about the AIA's vision.
And I've encouraged a number of associates and new individuals to the profession to attend these, because it's just a phenomenal conference.
Much of what you learn at Grassroots, I think, helps to inspire you, motivate you as you continue forward.